Welcome to the first of 5 videos looking at how to monitor and control a traditional project management project. And what we're going to do during this particular video is provide an overview of this particular chapter and what we're going to accomplish in these 5 videos. So here's your kind of a summary of what we're doing during the monitoring control phase. Talk a little bit about setting up a progress reporting system, how to use different types of graphical reports to track progress and to monitor your project. We'll talk a little bit about managing the scope bank and issues logs, and then finally going into status meetings and problem escalation strategies associated so that we can get to that kind of final stage where we're going to get approval to close out a project that hopefully has been very successful. Here's some of the tools, templates, and processes that you're going to use. You've got that series of charts up front. We will get a little bit into earned value analysis and how that works, and then how you can take that and chart that to build milestone trend charts. And then we'll finish up with, again, looking back at those project status meetings and problem escalation strategies associated with a particular project. All right, so here's some characteristics associated with the progress reporting. I do like the cartoon where the reports are being generated by random phase generator. But hopefully your projects have face validity. Someone can look at them very quickly, understand what it's trying to convey, and then use that as a basis for making decisions. That's really the entire intent behind all of these different types of reports. So speaking of reports, here are 5 types of reports. There is a current period report, a cumulative report where you're going back and instead of looking at just this latest period, you're looking at over a more extended period of time. You have an exception report. Everything's okay except for, and then brings certain factors to bear. A stoplight report, which really looks like a traffic stoplight, and you're categorizing the project or whatever you're reporting on as being either green, amber, or red. And I go to particular length on this particular type of report to always kind of have my direct reports understand, look, if it's green, that means you're providing it for informational purposes only. If it's amber, that means you still got it. You're still in charge, but you're making me aware that we may have a particular issue. And then if you've got it as red, that means you're asking me to intervene. You're asking me to make a decision. And I try to be very consistent with that. It's important to understand that you can use stoplight reports really with any other report. So if you've got challenges associated with variance or exception or cumulative reports or current period reports, you can use stoplight reports to kind of highlight that change. All right, and then 2 more kind of ideas here. This Gantt chart, project status, is probably the most convenient, most frequently used, easiest to grasp and understand kind of report where you're tracking the task plan to be completed, the actual task completed, and then doing that over time. So you will see this kind of over and over and over again, which is cool. It's perfectly fine. That brings us to why are we going to measure? If you go back a chart, we're looking here at that difference between those 2 lines as a variance. Why are we measuring duration and cost variances? And I think the reasons are pretty straightforward. We're trying to catch deviations early on. We don't want projects wildly swinging. We want to intervene early, but we also want to intervene appropriately and correctly to address issues. And the earlier you can intervene, the better, the faster you're going to be able to address a particular issue. Fred Brooks is quoted as saying, "How do you make a large mess? You do it one day at a time." And if you can intervene, you can address those issues so that you don't have a large mess, you don't have a large project that's way, way behind because you did that early intervention. And that's in part controlled by having this measurement of duration and cost variances as you're going along. And it's a critical idea in this chapter of how to monitor and control a traditional project management project. All right, well, last slide in this one, as you're looking at monitor and control of a traditional project management project, how and what information to update is going to be important. And again, you want to go back and look at what leads to face validity, where the reader can read the report, understand its contents in a glance, and then make a decision based on that. And different people receive information different ways. That's why you have different types of reports to capture different characteristics and different, again, try to address the decision maker's decision-making style, determining what information is needed that really resonates with them, allows them to read that report very quickly, understand it, and then move forward. All right, well, this brings us to the end of the first of 5 videos looking at how to monitor and control a traditional project management project. And what we're going to do during the next video is look at this idea of variances, positive and negative variances associated with a project. All right, well, very good. Keep on studying, keep on learning, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.